Hey, this is Common Sense 365, and I just want to get right into it. There was this trending of people coming on here who look like me, of many shades and hues, that were younger than me, who was speaking from a context of saying that the children or the people or the community of individuals who live in what they call the inner city, they were scared of. They're scared of their own people because they grew up in the suburbs. And I found that very, very disturbing on so many points. Number one point is you're taking someone else's opinion and applying it to your own people. The easiest way to destroy your people is from inside, not from the outside. You're speaking, number one, from a place of lack of knowledge. It says, my people perish due to a lack of knowledge. It didn't say wealth. It didn't say zip code. It didn't say your last name, your skin color. It said due to a lack of knowledge. And so many are getting on this platform and speaking from a place of ego, for number one, that's my number 2 point, of ego, and then a lack of knowledge. There was a whole history that is called a mystery, because that's our story, not his story, that have heard things not from their own people, but from somebody else's opinion of their people, number one. Do you know how you got to the suburbs? Do you know how you got behind a gate? Do you know the sacrifices that those inner city people, grandparents and great-grandparents took to ensure that you grew up in a better zip code, whatever better is, okay? Because my mama told me it ain't what's on you that make you, it's what's in you, okay? And it's a lot of good people. It's a lot of good people. You going on a narrative that is being produced by the entertainment and by the news, aka media, that only show you a narrative that they want to push. You don't even know your family history. My parents got kicked down state stairs, kicked in the back, arrested, called the N-word. My father was called a boy. I'm born in 1962. And they were still calling your grandfathers and your great-grandfathers and your uncles and auntie boy and girl, okay? The ones that y'all really need to be talking about, y'all ain't talking about. Y'all loving them. Y'all sleeping with them. Y'all buying from them. Y'all wearing their names. But you gonna say you scared of your own people? Wow. Wow. If your people didn't have enough gumption to want to be free, you wouldn't be free. And because of your ignorance, they're going to be able to pull off slavery again. Because you don't even know nothing about your culture. Talking about for the culture. You letting some psychomaniac run around here telling y'all what the culture is? Please have a seat, have 2 seats, and get a coat, okay? Because you need to be sipping on something besides what you're sipping on. It could be called lean, okay? But you're sipping on ignorance. You're sipping on ignorance. I was a little girl, And like I said, I was born in 1962. Do you know when I used to go downtown, I still seen signs saying white only versus colored people? Okay. Do you know I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio? There were certain neighborhoods. Neighborhoods was gentrified by your ethnicity. We had the Polish neighborhood, the Irish neighborhood, the Italian neighborhood. We had a whole ride in Cleveland in a place called Murray Hill because the black schools were overcrowded. So they shipped my oldest sister to Murray Hill. And those Italians didn't want their kids to go to school with my sister and her friends from our community. So they started a whole riot. Do you know my daddy and them went up there with shotguns, okay, to escort their children back home? It wasn't children out there throwing rocks and spitting on kids and calling them the N words. It was your neighbors. It was your neighbors' grandparents, okay? And even in 1980, they were still doing the same. When they said, okay, we got to put busing in, okay? Busing been in. They been shipping us off, okay? To what they call the good neighborhoods, okay? But if we are the people that divested in our neighborhoods, because at one point in time, our neighborhoods were golden. We had the perfect lawns, and we did business with each other. See, we don't do business with each other, so we don't pass on our culture with each other anymore. We go purchase somebody else's name and think that makes us better than our brothers and sisters. No, it don't. You just wearing your ignorance. You paid a high price for your own ignorance. But if that's what you want to do, that's what freedom is. Freedom to be ignorant. Because until you liberate your mind, you just free to be ignorant. Liberation liberates the whole person, not just their pocketbook. Not just their pocketbook. It liberates their mind and their heart. And it makes them fully human, not based upon their skin tone. My young people, I need for you to subscribe to learning, reading. Cardi B ain't gonna make you smart. Suki Red ain't gonna make you no more sexier than Sexy Red, because she ain't sexy. She ugly, okay? She ugly. And she peddling filth to keep you ignorant. Okay, the beat may be beeping, but no, it ain't happening. And for you to come on this public platform, and I'm sounding like a grandmother, and I am a grandmother, and speak based upon ignorance, because them people, if we are in a war, those people are willing to fight. What are you willing to do? Because, back, y'all like to glorify the civil rights movement, but y'all forget it was 14-year-olds that started the movement. Y'all forget that it was 13-year-olds that was fighting in the fight and marching. The majority of the people that was marching were not older adults. They were young teenagers. So how dare you get on here and disrespect anyone, and talk about you scared. You don't even know what scared is. You don't even know what scared is. You got on here speaking because you thought you was being cute. You wasn't scared, you was just being cute. But I'm going to just say this, like my daddy told me, ain't nothing cute but monkeys, jackasses, and spit. You ain't cute. And stop it. That ain't cute. It's ugly. It's very ugly. It's very ugly. Use common sense. Think before you speak. All right? And on the other side note, get some knowledge. Common sense 365. I'm going to be back at y'all.